or the urine is coming out, it might be more to the side instead of in the center. So you can have all sorts of issues. So what happened to the ring we had earlier? There we are, thank you. So for him, what we're gonna do, you always wanna skin prep the area first. So we're gonna skin prep around him. If we are concerned about breakdown, if there is breakdown here, we can use the crusting technique. Is that you're going over that, right?
I was about to, yeah.
Oh, you read to? Oh, okay. Do you want me to go over it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have the baby powder?
It's right over there.
Oh, okay. So your stoma powder is not going to make this big of a mess, but because this is what I got. So with this, what you're going to do is you're going to use the skin prep first. So that's going to protect the skin. It's also because it's sticky at first, you're going to create that sticky area. And then you're going to use your powder. So the powder goes on, you do not need all of that powder. What you're gonna do is then you're gonna take the skin prep on top of that and you're gonna dab it. And that's gonna create this crusty area that is gonna protect that skin. And you can just kind of, as you're dabbing, you can also wipe off any extra powder. And if, for when you guys are at Emily's station, I want you guys to each try doing that on the back of your hand, and by the end of this, you're going to feel it, and you might be a little opaque in color.
Maintenance 6210, maintenance 6210.
But you're going to be able to feel that area and feel that that area that's kind of covering it. So it creates a barrier to protect that skin. Like I said, if you have a little bit of redness or open areas, it creates almost a film or a covering to help that wound to heal. While you have the ostomy on top of it. Okay, so now you have the ostomy. We're going to take, try and size it up. Like I said, we're going to look at what size it's supposed to be, but like I said, sometimes they are a little bit different. When you're cutting with these one pieces, be very careful that you pull the bag apart, because if you push these scissors in, you will cut through the front of the bag, and then the bag is no good. So be careful with that. It is a little bit of second guessing, or eyeing it up. So what I always do is say less is more. You cut a little bit first, eye it up. If it's not right, go back, cut a little bit more. These are not the best scissors. Selecting the size, you want it to be as close to the edge of the stoma as you can, because you don't want that the stool or the urine coming out and sitting on that skin, because it's just going to burn it. It's acidic to the skin. But at the same time, you don't want it to be too tight that it's cutting off the circulation, so it does have to be able to breathe a little bit. Because you'll notice, if you've ever watched an ostomy and watched them have stool or urine come out of it, a lot of times it will move a little bit. You can get a little bit larger as the stool is coming out. So you want to account for that. So you're going to go ahead and put that over. So the backing will come right off. Again, this is activated by heat, so sometimes rubbing it in your hand is going to help to adhere better to the skin. press it down, again using that heat, push that in and to make sure that it adheres. See, there's your little stoma in there. There's different bottoms to these bags, so this is one of the ones that just folds up, but sometimes they have ones with a clip, or they have single-use bags. There you go. Any questions? So this is great. You want to try and keep this seal on, like I said, for the flange on for as long as you can. So if you've got a good seal and it's going to last 5 to 7 days, that's fine. Teach the patient to empty it from the bottom, you know, because you don't want, I know some patients, they just get so grossed out by this, they want to take it off every single time, put a brand new one on, but we really want to discourage that because that's just going to be pulling at this